Hello, welcome to Math Learners Uganda. My name is Sam Ogwang. Today we want to look at a difference of two squares. But before we can look at the difference of two squares, don't forget to click on the subscribe button just below this video so that you may get more and more of this content just when you are seated right there. So let us look at the difference of two squares. We hope that we know two squares. We know a square, the meaning of a square, but what we are talking about here is a perfect square. The difference, we want to look at the difference between two perfect squares. So let us list some of these examples of perfect squares. We have 9, we have 16, we have 4, we have 25, we have 36, we have 49, we have 100, we have 144, 169. Mention them. So there are very many perfect squares. So we cannot also assume that x squared is a perfect square, because when we pick 2 and we square, we know that x is anything. Anything can be called x in math. So when we put 2 and we square it, this can be equals to 4, which is a perfect square. So about 3 squared, this will also give us 9. So we can also put there 4. 4 squared will also be the same as 16. This will be the same as 16. So some of the examples of perfect squares will be 2 squared, which is 4, 3 squared, which is 9, and 4 squared, which is 16. When we pick 2 and we subtract them, we call that the difference of two squares. Remember that the word difference means subtraction, or to subtract is to get the difference. So the difference between two squares is the subtraction of these two perfect squares. So let us pick any two squares and we subtract them. We shall have x squared minus y squared. This is what is called the difference of two squares. There is a difference or a subtraction between the two squares, so it is called the difference between two squares, or the difference of two squares, and that is equal to x minus y multiplied by x plus y. Let us prove this. Let us prove that x squared minus y squared is the same as x minus y multiplied by x plus y. And how are we going to prove? We are going to prove by expanding these two brackets, so that we may go back from there to x squared minus y squared. Let us open the bracket and we see. Let us open the brackets and we see. So we have x minus y multiplying x plus y. How do you open brackets, two brackets? I hope that is simple for us. We are going to pick this x and we multiply with this bracket. So we have x multiplied by x plus y. Then we pick negative y. We multiply by the same bracket x plus y. So we shall have negative y multiplying x plus y. And when we open these brackets carefully, we shall have x multiplied by x. That will give us x squared. Then x multiplied by y. That will be xy positive. then negative y multiplying x will still be negative yx or negative xy. Then negative y multiplying positive y, negative multiplied by a positive, and we get negative, so we shall get negative y squared. But remember that this is positive and this is negative, and positive xy minus xy is the same as 0, so we shall end up having x squared minus y squared. That means that x minus y multiplied by x plus y is equal to x squared minus y squared. So when we go back to our difference of two squares, we see that x squared minus y squared is actually the same as x minus y multiplied by x plus y. But what will be our intention for this lesson? Our intention for this lesson here will be learning how to factorize expressions containing difference of two squares. So let us look at example number 1. The example number 1 that we want to look at, we want to factorize a simple expression x squared minus 4. We want to factorize x squared minus 4. So this is the difference of two squares, and it should come into your mind that this is a difference of two squares. Why? X is a perfect square, x squared is a perfect square, then also 4 is a perfect square, and there is a minus in between them, so that is called the difference of two squares. If you have a minus in between two perfect squares. So this one here, this one here will now be comparable to x squared minus y squared, the general formula for the difference of two squares. So let us break 4 in terms of 2 so that we have also x squared minus 2 squared. But remember that x squared minus y squared is the same as x minus y multiplied by x plus y. And if we do like that, then we shall be left with only comparing these two expressions, that is x squared minus y squared and x squared minus 2 squared. You see that where there is x here, there is x, and where there is y here, there is 2. So where there is y, we are going to be putting 2, and where there is x, we are going to substitute it with also x, so that we have x minus 2 x plus 2. This is what is called the factorization of expressions containing difference of two squares. So let us go to another example. Let us look at another simple example, that is example number 2. Example number 2. So number 2, we shall have the x squared minus 9 to factorize. So if we want to factorize x squared minus 9, still we must remember that this is a difference of two squares, so we compare with the x squared minus y squared is the same as x minus y multiplied by x plus y. So we also break 9 because 9 is a perfect square and is coming from 3 squared. So this will be x squared minus 3 squared. So when we compare, where there is x, there is x, and where there is y, there is 3. So we shall say we have x minus 3 multiplied by x plus 3. This is also done. We shall be moving to another example, that will be example now number 3. That will be example number 3. And number 3, we want also factorize a simple one, that is t squared minus 100. So still we shall be comparing the same with the x squared minus y squared, which is the general formula, and it's the same as x plus y multiplied by x minus y. You can begin with x minus y, or you can begin with x plus y. There's no problem there, so long as the two are separated by a plus and minus. In any way you can put it, that will be right. So let us compare again. T squared, this 100 is the same as 10 squared. So where there is x, this time there is t. And in the previous two examples, there was x, there was also x. So we were substituting where there is x with x. This time around we have where there is x we have t, and where there is y we have 10. So this will be the same as t plus 10 multiplied by t minus 10. This is how you can also factorize out t squared minus 100. So let us move to the fourth example. We shall do as many examples as possible so that we may get this, so that we can get this very, very well. And let us go to example number 4. Number 4, still, we want to factorize out. We want to factorize out y squared minus 49. I hope now you are getting how we are factorizing out these differences of two squares. So number 4, we have to factorize y squared minus 49. The only thing that you must not forget is the general formula for difference of two squares, that is x squared minus y squared equals to x minus y multiplied by x plus y. But your question could be, in all the times should we be using x and y? No, you can use a squared and b squared. You can use p squared and q squared. You can use t squared and s squared. Yes, so long as they are squared and there is a minus in between them and the formula here is correct, then that will be correct still. So let us also factorize y squared minus 49. So we just need to break this 49 in terms of 7, because 49 is coming from 7 squared. So this will be the same as y squared minus 7 squared. So when we compare again, we have y where there is x, and we have 7 where there is y. So in these two brackets, where there is x, you're going to put y, and where there is y, you're going to put this 7. So we shall have y minus 7 multiplied by y plus 7. This is also done. Let us go to another one. That is another example, number 5. Number 5, we want to factorize out 2x squared minus 8. We want to factorize 2x squared minus 8. How can we do this? 2x squared minus 8. Remember that these two are not perfect squares. So, and this 8 is also not a perfect square. So what should we do? We must be thinking that there is a common factor here in the two terms, in where there is 2x squared and where there is 8. There must be a common factor. And what is that common factor here? A common factor is that factor or number which can divide all terms. So 2 can divide all these terms. So when we divide here by 2 and here by 2, we shall end up with x squared minus 4. but don't forget to put the 2 that you divided with the expression. So let me repeat that step. So that we can understand this very well. Number 5, we are saying that we can also factorize out 2x squared minus 8. What I was saying is that 2x squared is not a perfect square and 8 is not a perfect square, but there is a common factor, that is 2, a number which can divide all of them. So you remove 2 out, so you remain with x squared minus 4. Now you realize that the terms in the bracket are perfect squares separated by a minus, so it is called a difference of 2 squares. So we have a difference of 2 squares in this bracket. So we are going to leave this 2 as we compare this x squared minus 4 squared with the general formula x squared minus y squared equals to x minus y x plus y. So let us compare. When we compare, we shall have x squared minus 4. That will be so it will be x minus 2 and then x plus 2, as this x squared minus 4 is the same as x squared minus 2 squared. So that's where we're getting our 2 where there is y from. So I hope you have that correctly. So the whole thing now becomes the whole expression now becomes 2 multiplied by x minus y and x plus not x plus y, but not x minus y, but x minus 2 and x plus 2. This is also done. So we want to also go to the last example, that will be example number 6. So example number 6, we shall have example number 6. We shall have example number 6. We shall have 3y squared minus 48. We want to factorize out this, but remember that these two expressions, these two terms are also not perfect squares, but there's a common factor 3 that can divide all. So we remove that 3, we factor out 3, so we remain with the y squared minus 16, and this will be the same as the 3 multiplied by y squared minus 4 squared. So we're now free to compare the expression in the bracket with the x squared minus y squared equals to x minus y, then x plus y. So let us compare. Here. We shall have y squared minus 4 squared, which will be the same as, remember where there is x, here there is y. So we shall say y minus 4, because where there is y here we have 4, and y plus 4. But don't forget this 3 that we left behind. So the 3, when we put, it shall have 3 multiplied by y minus 4, then y plus 4. This was 3y squared minus 48. Thank you for watching. Join me again for the next edition, the next part of this algebra, and the factorization of difference of two squares. Thank you.